Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm back with a video. Yeah, you can see I'm actually uploading a bit more today. So, you guys probably can't remember because most of my subscribers have came from this year, not last year. Even though some of my friends that were with me last year, do you remember that weird movies video? Well, guess what? I'm gonna do a quick better version of that because it was very loud, like this. That sounded a little bit cringe, but yeah. I'm gonna reenact it and we'll start with, movies I liked. So, and I'll give some points out what I like. I'm not like stupid like the plot on that. But firstly, my number one pick, favourite movie of all time, would be, because all of you know I'm a Marvel fan, and I like, well, my favourite superhero is the Winter Soldier or Captain America. And I also like storylines that are based off the comics. And this movie took away. I was very hyped for it, even though back then I was only 8. It is Avengers Age of Ultron. People treat this movie poorly. I'm not sure why. In my opinion, it is a very good movie. A great movie. There's Ultron. He's a comic book character that is probably one of the best villains. We get more on Iron Man and how he got like PTSD from the wormhole in New York, like throwing a nuke through it. But yeah, it uncovers that. It's got heaps of stories, like Ultron wants to invade the place and make a change, aka blow up the planet and evolve. Meanwhile, you have Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, who got their parents killed, technically by Iron Man, because he made one of the mortars. And Captain America, he's kind of like, they get close to breaking up, which happens like in the Civil War, and they just purely hate each other. Which is good about this movie, because there's some good conflict. Second favourite movie of all time would be probably, because you all know I like Marvel movies, this is another one, don't worry, it'll be the last one, Captain America the Civil War. Yes, it is a follow-up to Age of Ultron. It's also Winter Soldier, and it uncovers Bucky's storyline. I'm not going to give out any spoilers, even though this movie is kind of old. Came out in 2016, so it's like 3 or 6 years. I mean, not 6. Like, let's just say a couple years old. But basically, Bucky, he goes on a like kind of sick rampage, trying to kill everyone and that. Cause there's a certain book that brainwashes Bucky. So Captain America has to go out and like convince him. But then Iron Man, meanwhile, is doing a political thing with Ross, which was the guy from The Incredible Hulk that wants all superheroes to be registered. So he thinks it'll decrease the casualties when they're saving the Earth. After all, Iron Man did put a nuke through a wormhole that could have actually aimed for the city, so I don't see why. So that's why I was on Captain America's side. So meanwhile, they head to the airport and have a battle out while there's the guy called Zemo, and yeah. And we have to find out Zemo, and that's all. So, yeah, let's head to the movies I hate. Okay, this is The Lost World. I'm not sure why I actually hated this movie. I think I just hated it. But this kind of started my taste of dinosaurs and ruined it at the same time. It's just cause, like, there's good parts in it, like where the raptors take down the people in the bushes while they're hunting for them. But the storyline was too political. Like, for a young kid, even though I'm not young anymore, but back then I didn't understand like most political things. It's talking about politicians buying out companies. It is a very boring movie. There's some action parts, and the ending with the T-Rex, like, that's just over the top. It was not needed, in my opinion. And yeah, that's why I basically hated Lost World, and this car ruined my taste for Ark Survival Evolved. If you don't know what that game is, it's kind of like a version of Rust, but with dinosaurs. I liked it because it was my first survival game, and it's very nostalgic, especially when you just have a fat shot, which, if you did not know, is the worst house in the game, and a spear. And just say craft things, like there's always things you could achieve in Ark Survival Evolved. In my opinion, it's one of the best video games. But this movie right here ruined my taste. And by the way, my favourite dinosaur is a Brachiosaurus, if you're going to ask me that. To the second movie I hate. Actually, no, my horror movie. Okay, guys. I think you all saw this one coming. It's Monster House. I was just scared of this movie for some reason. I think it's cause how the monster came alive. Anyway, it just scared me real badly. Also, Lost World did when I was like 6 years old when I first saw it. Well, first hour, because I was watching on TV. But this actually also made me uncomfortable because, like, people were getting taken away and they were, like, dying. Well, spoiler, they didn't die. It's just very unsettling. Especially the scene where the kid's asleep and you see the red light coming through his window, which is the monster's eyes. It just was very unsettling. Now, finally, the weird movie. Okay, finally, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This one was just weird, because there are heaps of traps in the movie. Well, not traps like the squirrel, the kid that ate a lot of chocolate. And I just didn't get it. Like, personally, I got this movie actually mixed up with a Saw with all the traps. It's like a kid-friendly Saw, which makes it weird. And whenever I think of a kid eating chocolate, I think of that guy that wears that, I'm not sure what his name is, but the guy that wears the Mickey Mouse ears and eats the chocolate. I basically think of him. And come on, just look at Willy Wonka's face. That's just so weird. And the chocolate concept was like too much for me back then. But anyway, that was it. For now on, this is gonna be my profile picture probably because it's just too funny. Au revoir, my mon amis.